My beloved child. Don't scroll. Stay right here because something inside this message was meant only for you. The moment you appeared, a calm energy entered this space, and it's not a coincidence. Someone out there, who once doubted you, is now silently admitting how wrong they were about your strength, your patience, and your quiet power. They thought you would give up. They thought you'd stay broken and disappear into silence. But instead, you rose, not with noise, but with grace that burned quietly like fire under ice. Every time they pushed you down, you came back stronger, sharper, unstoppable. Don't skip, because this is the moment everything turns around. The same people who once spoke behind your back now whisper your name in awe. They can't understand how the one they underestimated is now the one they can't stop thinking about. Every victory you earned, they see it, and it haunts them. My child, your energy is shifting. And those who doubted your worth are starting to feel it deep in their spirit. There's something about your resilience that makes them rethink every judgment they ever made. Stay right here. Because someone specific, someone who thought they knew you completely, is about to face the truth. They once said you wouldn't make it, that you'd fall apart. But now, when they look at you, they realize how terribly wrong they were. They see how you glow differently now, how your silence holds more power than their words ever did. The same person who used to laugh at your pain now watches you with regret. They feel that they lost something they'll never find again, you. This revelation is shaking their peace. Every thought, every memory of you keeps returning like a wave that won't stop crashing. And deep down, they finally know the truth. You were the light they tried to dim, not realizing it would blind them later. Your name still echoes in their mind, not out of anger, but out of awe. They've realized that your kindness was not weakness, it was divine strength hidden in human form. Listen closely, my beloved. The universe watched it all, your tears, your silence, your lonely nights when you questioned why things went so wrong. But every second of pain you endured was secretly building your throne. And now, the time has come for those who wronged you to witness your rise. They thought your heart would stay shattered. But instead, you rebuilt it into something they can't destroy, a heart made of truth, of love, of unshakable courage. They tried to paint you as fragile, but you became fire. Don't skip, because there's more. Someone who once left you behind is preparing to return. But this time, not to test you, to confess. They've seen the real you through every storm, every silence, every distance. They know now that you were the only genuine soul in a world full of masks. They're scared, not of you, but of what they lost. They keep replaying the last time they saw you, realizing that their words cut deeper than they meant. And now, they can't find peace without your forgiveness. Stay till the end. Because this story isn't about revenge, it's about revelation. The person who proved you wrong now carries your lesson in their heart. They finally see that your loyalty wasn't weakness, it was rare power. Your patience wasn't naivety, it was divine timing. Every time they hear your name now, it feels like a mirror, reflecting their mistakes, their pride, their disbelief. They know you deserved better. And they know you'll never look back the same way again. Your silence speaks louder than their apologies ever could. That's why they're restless. That's why their soul feels heavy when they think of you. You've become the one they measure everyone else against. You didn't just survive, you transformed. You turned pain into purpose, doubt into direction, and heartbreak into holy strength. My beloved soul. What's coming next for you is proof that every tear had a purpose. The tables are turning, and the very thing they doubted you for will become the reason you rise. You're not chasing anyone anymore, because now, they're the ones searching for your light. Someone from your past keeps checking your energy without saying a word. They scroll through your memories, feeling something sacred, a guilt they can't escape. And when they whisper your name now, it's filled with admiration, not arrogance. The truth is, you've become unforgettable. You are the storm they can't silence and the peace they can't find elsewhere. You were never wrong, they were. And now the universe has made sure they see it, loud and clear. Don't move, don't skip, because your breakthrough is closer than ever. Every lie they told about you is falling apart in their own mind. They're realizing they were fighting against an angel in disguise. My beloved child. You've once again proved them completely wrong. And now, you walk with the kind of quiet confidence that can't be faked. The kind that makes even your enemies pause before speaking your name. Soon, you'll see them again, not to argue, but to witness the shift. They'll look at you like they've just seen a miracle. Because in a way, you are one. The living proof that divine justice is real. They'll wish they had treated you better. They'll wish they had believed in you when you needed them most. But it's too late now, because the person you were back then no longer exists. You've evolved into something untouchable. The angels are proud. Heaven is silent, not because it's ignoring you, but because it's watching you shine exactly as you were meant to. This is your season. This is your time. And now they know, very well, that you are chosen. My beloved child. Stay with me till the end because what's about to unfold will send chills through your soul. That same person who once doubted you, who used to turn their back when you needed them the most, is now standing in silence, staring at the truth they can no longer hide from. They're replaying every word they said about you, every moment they laughed at your dreams, and now all they feel is regret that cuts deeper than any wound. They thought your kindness was weakness, your love was blindness, and your silence meant surrender. But your silence became their mirror, it forced them to see who they truly were when they tried to break you. Now, they can't look at themselves without seeing your face, calm yet powerful, glowing with the peace that only the chosen carry. You were the one they underestimated the most, and yet you became the one who proved every single doubt wrong. You didn't just survive their betrayal, you evolved through it. Every scar you wear now carries a story that heaven itself honors. Stay right here, my beloved, because the twist you're about to hear will leave you breathless. That same person who once walked away is coming back. But not as the same version they once were. This time, they come with trembling hands, carrying an apology they've rehearsed 1,000 times in their mind. They've seen you glow without them, and it hurts them in a way they can't describe. They thought losing you was freedom, but now they understand it was the greatest punishment the universe could give. They can't sleep peacefully anymore. Every night, they hear your voice echoing in their memory, reminding them of the way you stood by them when no one else did. Every success you've achieved since they left burns their pride, yet deep down, it also awakens something sacred, a realization that they lost something divine. You were never meant to chase them, my child. They were meant to learn through your absence what they refused to see in your presence. And now, heaven is making sure that lesson is loud and clear. Don't skip, because this story is still unfolding. My beloved, your energy is now magnetic. Every person who ever walked away from you can feel it. They can sense that something about you is untouchable, that your peace has become their punishment. They want to reach out, but every time they try, something holds them back, a voice whispering that they no longer deserve your light. The same people who ignored your pain are now searching for your energy. The same ones who doubted your purpose now study your every move, trying to understand how you became so powerful after everything they did to break you. But they can't replicate it, because your power came from purity, from pain transmuted into purpose. And deep down, they know, you've become what they can never be, a living example of divine resilience. You've turned every ending into a beginning, every wound into wisdom. And they, my child, are left to face the truth that they misjudged a chosen soul. Stay with me, because the next part will open your eyes even more. The person who once doubted you has started talking about you again, but this time, it's not gossip. It's confession. They tell others how wrong they were, how you stayed kind even when they were cruel. They can't stop replaying the look in your eyes when they walked away, that look of quiet understanding, the one that said, "You'll realize someday." And now, that day has come. Every piece of their pride has been shattered by truth. They scroll through your memories, your energy, your presence, trying to find a way back. But heaven has already closed that door. They're being shown, day after day, what it feels like to lose a pure soul forever. You didn't need to prove anything to them, yet you did, by existing, by healing, by becoming the very thing they said you couldn't. Now, they know that your silence was not defeat, it was prophecy. It was heaven saying, "Watch what I do next with the one you broke. Stay till the end. Something bigger is still coming." My beloved child. They're preparing to return, but not as who they once were. The guilt has changed them, every word they once used against you now echoes in their own mind. They want to speak, but they don't know how to approach the same person they once dismissed. They're realizing that your forgiveness is not something they can demand, it's something they have to earn, and that terrifies them. You're going to feel their energy soon. Maybe through a sudden thought, a dream, a name flashing on your screen, or a memory resurfacing out of nowhere. But don't be afraid, that's not the universe trying to pull you backward, it's showing you how far you've come. They will try to reach out, maybe through a message, maybe through someone else. But before they do, they'll sit for hours, trying to write something that sounds right, yet every sentence feels too small for what they did. That's how heaven humbles the proud. You've proven them wrong without ever saying a word. That's divine justice in motion. Stay, my child. Because your next chapter begins where their guilt ends. This is where heaven steps in. The moment they let go of your hand, your destiny accelerated. The moment they betrayed you, heaven shifted timelines to protect you. You were never losing, you were being redirected. Now, look at you. The same strength that was mocked is now your crown. The same tears that once fell in silence are now the reason your name carries divine weight. They called you dramatic, emotional, weak, but those emotions were your superpower. They kept your soul alive when theirs turned cold. And now, they know. They see the truth that breaks their heart: you were never the problem. You were the blessing they weren't ready for. And now that you've risen, they can't stop thinking, how could I have been so blind? Don't skip. What happens next will complete the revelation. My beloved. In the coming days, signs will start appearing, synchronicities that remind you this message is real. You'll feel the pull of someone remembering you, longing for your energy, wishing they could fix what they destroyed. But this time, you won't have to do anything. Because heaven is making sure they see your worth from afar. You're not meant to return, you're meant to reign. You're stepping into a season where your presence speaks louder than any apology, your success louder than any excuse. Let them watch. Let them feel the distance they created. You've already won, not through revenge, but through peace. You've proven them completely wrong, my child. Now they know very well that you are chosen, you are untouchable, and you were always right. My beloved child. Stay with me, don't move, because this is where everything starts to unfold. The moment you thought that chapter was closed, destiny decided to reopen it, but this time, the light is on your side. The same person who doubted your soul, who mocked your dreams, is now trembling, afraid to face the strength they once tried to break. They've been carrying your name like a secret prayer, whispering it when no one can hear. Every night, before they fall asleep, they see your face, the calm, the grace, the power that now haunts them. They scroll through the memories, searching for a way to undo what's already written, but heaven doesn't allow backward steps when you've already healed. They thought you were replaceable. They thought life would move on without you. But what they didn't know was that you carried something no one else ever could, a light that lingers long after you've left the room. Stay till the end, my beloved. The truth they're about to reveal will change everything. They tried to distract themselves, they tried to build new connections, new versions of happiness, but every time they smiled, they felt the echo of your absence. Every laughter sounded hollow, every conversation felt fake. Because deep inside, they knew, no one could ever match the soul they lost when they lost you. They've begun to admit it now, to friends, to themselves, even to the quiet spaces of their heart. They say, I was wrong about them. And those 5 words have become their biggest punishment. Every time they say it, they feel the universe reminding them that they had something divine, and they let it slip away. You, my child, have become their lesson and their longing. You didn't need to prove them wrong with words, your silence, your glow, your peace did it for you. That's why they can't escape the feeling that life is calling them back to make things right. But heaven is watching, deciding if they deserve another chance. Listen carefully, my beloved. Because in the next few days, something strange will happen. You might sense their energy before you see their name. A sudden wave of emotion. A song that plays at the exact moment you think of them. A familiar scent in the air when no one's around. These are signs, they're remembering you with all their soul. But this isn't about pain anymore, it's about power. You've reached a level where the universe is rewarding you for your endurance. The tables have turned. They once took you for granted, now they look up to you in silence. They once ignored your messages, now they rehearse every word they wish they could say. They want to return, but not out of pride this time, out of reverence. They finally see who you were all along. And that realization is shaking them more than anything else ever could. Don't skip, my child, because what happens next will leave you speechless. The day will come when you'll see their name appear again, maybe in a message, maybe in a dream, maybe standing in front of you unexpectedly. Their voice will be soft, their eyes heavy with guilt. They'll say they're sorry, but the apology will carry something deeper, it will carry recognition. They'll tell you how they misjudged your silence, how they mistook your patience for weakness. They'll admit that you were the only one who ever truly cared, and they didn't see it until they lost everything. They'll say, "You were right about me. You were right about everything." But by the time those words reach your ears, you'll be standing in your power, calm, composed, divine. You'll realize you no longer need their validation. Because now, the peace you've built is worth more than their regret. Stay with me, because your reaction will define your next blessing. My beloved child. When they finally come forward, do not respond with anger. Respond with silence that carries wisdom. That silence will remind them that what's gone cannot be easily regained. They'll see it in your eyes, that you've changed, that your heart no longer beats for their approval. They will beg for a chance to explain, but heaven will guide your words. You'll speak not as the broken soul they left, but as the awakened being you've become. Your calmness will shake them more than your tears ever did. They'll say, "You've once again proved me completely wrong." And this time, it will be the truth. They'll realize that what they once considered weakness was in fact your greatest strength, the ability to love without losing yourself. My child, this is the moment heaven was preparing you for. They'll try to tell you how much they've changed, how life humbled them, how they finally understand what they did. And maybe they have changed, maybe they do understand, but that doesn't mean you have to go back. The lesson wasn't to rebuild what was lost, but to learn who you are without it. You were never meant to stay in their shadow. You were meant to rise so high that their name becomes a faint echo behind your destiny. You've proven that nothing, no betrayal, no silence, no distance, can destroy what heaven has chosen. And now, my beloved, they know it too. They see it in your glow, they feel it in your energy, they hear it in the way people speak your name with respect. You've become untouchable, unstoppable, undeniable. Stay till the end, because your reward is about to manifest. My beloved. The universe has one final surprise. All that pain, all those sleepless nights, they were not wasted. You were being refined, molded, strengthened. Now, every door that was closed because of them will open because of you. Every blessing that was delayed will arrive multiplied. You've proved them wrong not just once, but again and again until heaven had no choice but to elevate you. And now, as they watch your rise, they'll whisper the truth they once denied, they were always the one. Let them whisper. Let them remember. Let them feel. Because their realization is your redemption. Their regret is your crown. You've once again proved them completely wrong. And now they know, beyond all doubt, you are the chosen one. My beloved child. Don't move, don't blink, because this is where everything you've waited for begins to unfold. The same person who once turned their back on you is now standing in front of you, face to face, with eyes that carry the weight of every lie, every word, every judgment they ever made about you. Their voice trembles as they whisper your name, and in that moment, the air feels heavy with truth. You can feel their energy shifting, breaking, melting under the power of your silence. They thought time would erase you, but time only revealed you. The glow on your face, the calm in your tone, the strength in your aura, it's not revenge. It's resurrection. It's heaven's quiet way of saying, this is what faith creates. They can't look away. They see it now, the light they tried to bury, the soul they took for granted. They realize you were never competing with them, you were always teaching them what love truly means. Stay till the end, my beloved. Because this confrontation isn't about closure, it's about revelation. They take a step closer, their voice barely holding steady. I was wrong, they say, but the words fall short of the storm inside their heart. Every syllable carries years of guilt, regret, and self-blame. They're not the same person anymore, their pride has been replaced by pain, and their arrogance has turned into awe. They try to speak, but your energy overpowers them. You stand still, not with anger, but with peace so divine it silences every apology before it's spoken. In your presence, they see their reflection, their mistakes, their cruelty, their blindness, and it's unbearable. Tears form in their eyes, not because of what they lost, but because they finally understand what they destroyed. They see now that you weren't seeking validation, you were offering love. And they rejected it. My beloved, this is heaven's justice unfolding without words. Your silence becomes the lesson they can't escape. The stillness between you holds more truth than any conversation ever could. They look at you, trying to find the person they left behind, but all they see is transformation, elegant, powerful, divine. They reach out, but you don't move. Not because of pride, but because you've learned the sacred art of letting go. You've realized that some stories don't need to be rewritten, they just need to be remembered for what they taught you. The light around you feels different now. It's not the glow of someone seeking closure, it's the radiance of someone who's already free. Heaven has crowned you in silence, and even they can see it. Don't skip, my beloved. The moment that comes next will show how completely the story has turned. They whisper, I finally see who you are. Their voice cracks as if it's confessing to the universe itself. You were right about everything. You simply breathe, allowing their words to echo in the space between you. For the first time, they feel what you once felt, the ache of being misunderstood, the emptiness of being unseen. But you, my child, have already ascended beyond that pain. You smile gently, not with bitterness, but with grace. Because deep down, you know their realization isn't for you anymore, it's for them. Every apology they speak now is not to win you back, but to release their own soul from the prison of regret. And still, they know, it will never be enough. Because what they broke, heaven rebuilt stronger than ever before. My beloved child. As they stand there, watching you shine, something inside them shatters completely. They understand now that you were never ordinary, you were divine in disguise. You were the calm before their chaos, the miracle they didn't know they were praying for. They remember the moments they doubted you, the times they laughed at your faith, the days they ignored your truth. Each memory pierces them like a blade, but it's not punishment, it's enlightenment. The kind that only comes when the soul meets its mirror. You don't need to say a word. Your presence alone is enough to awaken their conscience. You've become their living reminder of what divine grace looks like, quiet, unshaken, and infinite. Heaven has already written your victory into their realization. They'll walk away slower this time, not with arrogance, but with reverence. And as they leave, you'll feel something shift, the weight you once carried finally lifting from your spirit. You'll realize that forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation, sometimes it simply means peace. In that moment, the universe will whisper, "It's done." The cycle has closed. The lesson has been learned. The karma has returned to its sender, balanced, complete. You'll look up, and the light will feel softer. The wind will feel lighter. And in your heart, you'll finally understand, this wasn't about proving them wrong, it was about proving yourself right. You were never weak. You were never broken. You were simply becoming. My beloved. Now the world will begin to see you the way heaven always did. Doors will open that were once locked. People will treat you with the respect that was once denied. Every dream that felt delayed will now arrive in perfect timing. And somewhere out there, that person will keep remembering you, not as a memory, but as a turning point. You were the storm that cleansed their soul. You were the test that taught them love. You were the reason they changed. They'll never forget you. They can't. Because you were not a chapter in their story. You were the book they'll never stop reading. You've once again proved them completely wrong. And now, they know very well, that you are divine.